as well, and one thing she can improve.
Yeah.
It's John Prentice. I think great thing that Madeline does is she's very organized, and she like doesn't make a lot of excuse for like work. Like she'll always be there when we're planning to be. And one thing that she can improve upon is just maybe show up here a little earlier when we were about to come to the presentation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is Kelsey. One thing that you do really well, in my opinion, like for me, I feel like I can be really indecisive, but you don't really overthink things, and I think that like helps us like stay on track. And you're like, you don't have to like really overthink this. Like it's not really like that big a deal, which is like helpful to me. And then one thing that you could improve. This one's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just like doing things earlier if possible. Like it's probably for like everyone, but maybe like getting things done earlier, but hasn't really been a problem. Yeah.
Okay, this is Carter. I was gonna say along the lines of organization as well. Like the other night when we practiced, you seemed to show up with organized notes and like you knew what to say. I'd say more than some of us, including myself, obviously. Something you can improve upon. I feel like maybe like yesterday when we were running through, I mean, it was practice obviously, but instead of like memorizing what you want to say, kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I guess maybe try not to memorize every word and instead kind of know like generally what you have to say. You still want to be polished and stuff.
Hi, I'm Eli, and I really like Madeline's commitment to the team because I know she's a very busy person and she has work pretty much every day. And one thing Madeline can improve on, I think, is when we're doing our presentation, just like to be clear spoken and from like point A to point B and not too much like in between. But that's about it.
Alright.
We'll switch. Someone else has a Or is that yours?
No, it's not mine.
Alright, Kelsey's up. This is John again. One thing I think Kelsey has done really well is she's really taken like initiative in the being team leader on like the low key though. Like it's like, but it's like she's like making sure we're meeting up. She's making sure our slides are done. She's turning in our stuff. Like she's taken like that leadership position, which I really appreciate because I don't think I would be the best at that. And then one thing improve upon I don't even maybe just give people more time to complete their stuff.
Okay.
Okay, I think you've done an amazing job with like taking initiative and helping get us all on track, making sure like, okay, remember this needs to get done, this needs to get done by this time. And that's really helpful in like, helping navigate through everyone's schedules. I think the only thing, you beat me to it, only thing would just be being able to, make that decision on your own rather than taking like bits and pieces from everybody on every little thing, but
Okay. Carter again. Sorry to sound like a broken record here, but like definitely a huge positive that you brought to the team is like you're on your shit, and the communication to us that you're like you're sort of pushing us to like in the right direction, in the best way possible. I mean, it's like really clear and it helps a lot. I feel like it guided us through this one for sure. Something you could improve upon. I'm gonna need a second here. I didn't think of one. I'd say. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Oh, shit.
And then we can like.
I feel like you could I don't know. I might need to
Yeah.
come back
Alright,
to this
yeah.
after.
Or do we want to pause it?
Yeah, you know, I feel like the one thing that you could improve upon is making those decisions for yourself, like she said. But then also, like, if you are indecisive about something, you can push it on to us, or we can predetermine like who might want to take a little weight off your shoulders. I
Okay.
guess is what I'm saying.
Eli again, and Kelsey is the GOAT at making sure all of us are organized and keeping us on task. Because I can feel myself starting to like forget about certain things, and she's just there real quick to remind me. And one thing she can do better is, I would say, like what Carter said, like letting us take stuff off of your back. Like it's not all on you, even though like it is good to have someone like you, but we can help a little more.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Should I?
Go for it, JP.
Don't go softly. Let me hear it.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I should. One thing that I really like about you is there's actually two things. One, you bring a lot of like light to our team. Like I feel like you're like kind of in a sense like the glue that like makes everyone like work together. Like you get along with everyone, which is great to have in a group member. And also the fact that you're like always like, if I like bring something up, you're always like, I'll do whatever like you need. Like you're super like agreeable in that sense too. And then one thing that you could do better is just like kind of knowing like when deadlines are and stuff, and just like knowing kind of what's going on. But that's like something that can be easily improved.
I was gonna say, like, you bring so much energy. You are a very like bright person, and then I think the only thing that you can really work on the most is just like a little bit with time management, like knowing when those deadlines are, and like being on time with meetings and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say sort of the same thing again, but like, I was thinking like you're, like right before our presentation right there, we're all stressed out. We're trying to like do our best to de-stress, and we can always count on you to look at you for a little laugh or just to lighten the mood a little bit. And you kept like repeating like, okay guys, like deep breaths, we got this shit, and we did a good job on that. A negative, I'm kind of gonna go a similar route to just like the memorization with the sort of like a script. Like I think it would be beneficial for you to try and like just remember the key points and kind of play with it on your own instead of doing the script, because I feel like that might have made it a little more stressful for you. Could have, you know. But
Yeah. I would say a good thing you did is you are the glue in the group. I think you're really funny and like get along with all of us, and I think we like go to you like for a sense of comfort in like the high stress moments. And something you can probably improve on is just like in our presentation days, just to be more prepared a little bit, because it's just gonna make you less nervous and like more confident to go up there. And I know you're like a confident person. I know you can do it, so maybe just that.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
What's your next?
Do you guys want to go the other way? Like,
So you don't keep it
saying
so
stuff so you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have to do like the
Okay.
last stuff.
Okay, guys, be honest.
Okay. Carter, one thing you did good is you opened this presentation really well. I liked your fact. It was a good fact, good hook. And then one thing you can do better I would say like just be a little more prepared,
Mhm.
so you're less nervous and you don't just like forget in the spur of the moment.
My good thing I would say is I would say your good thing is, well, two things. One, you did open our presentation like so well today. Like you brought the energy. Like I felt like less nervous after you spoke. I feel like it just was good. And then I feel like you're always prepared and ready for like our projects and stuff. Like last night, even when we were practicing, like you pretty much had your like whole thing like almost memorized, and I wasn't even close. And then one bad thing, maybe. Be more on top so like our teacher like doesn't have to like tell you when to like
Yeah.
he's like what's going on, like just be like that guy that doesn't have the teacher having to tell him stuff is due.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you do really well with like bringing energy into it, and like knowing what you can and can't do. Like if there's something that you know you can do well, you'll be the first to offer. Say like, oh yeah, I can take care of that. And kind of same thing that he was saying with, you know, being on top of deadlines and all of that. But you did a really good job. I will say you did a really good job of like recovering when you forgot what you were going for.
One thing that I really appreciate about you is that you are, in my opinion, like you're really prepared with stuff. Like even if like sometimes like you won't respond in the group chat, and then I would be like worried, like oh my gosh, like is he prepared? And then you come and you like have actually like researched stuff, like you had your slide all done, like little things like that. Like I like can tell that you do really care about that, and you are really prepared. And I also appreciate how I feel like you're pretty confident, like as a person, and like can like right away get along with like all of us, which has been really helpful as well. And then just one piece of feedback would just be like being on time for things, just because like you miss pickleball, you miss pickleball. But just like being
Yeah, that
on
was a
time.
rough
But that's pretty much
first.
it.
Well, thank you. Love you guys. I appreciate it.
Advice.
Okay, let me think for a second. Okay, definitely good stuff first. I feel like there's also like a very clear, you clearly care about like how we do collectively as a group, and like you had a long thing to say at the end of that presentation, and we saw you like fight through it and kind of like reiterate it and change it a little bit until you knew it like felt right and what you wanted to say, and I think that was like really clear to us. Negative, I feel like it's kind of like messed up because I'm not the best with communication, but I was gonna say like maybe like be more active in the group chat, but also like who am I to say that because I'm definitely not active.
Okay.
My good thing is that you really like stepped up there at the end, like when our teacher asked a question, like you knew exactly what to say, like you stepped up for our team, and like you knew what to do. And also like you're always on time, you're like always, even though you like kind of live off campus too, like you're always here when we have our plans, and like I don't know, there's just like no excuses with you. One thing that needs feedback or whatever, maybe just like more energy, like when we're presenting, just like make it more like you were good about it, not that you were bad, but just like louder and just like I don't know. That's the only thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are. Like you have been great with the technology stuff. Like you do really well with like researching. What you put together for like the conclusion for today was great. Like I love how you wrote some of that out. I think the only thing would be like kind of what he was saying, just like being more confident in it, which like I know is not an easy thing. I'm not either. But like trying at the very least like trying to get your voice to be louder and sounding more confident, bringing the energy a little bit more.
Okay, one thing I really admire about you is that one, you're really reliable, and also like really good with like research / being prepared. Like even on draft day, like you stepped up and you were like, okay, like it felt nice to have someone who was like looking at companies and stuff, and like as I was crossing stuff out and like everyone else was like conversing about it, like you were the one that was like, okay, this and this, like researching. And I'm like not that type of person, so it's so nice to have someone who's like quick with that and like can gather information really quickly. And you're just overall really like a reliable teammate, which I appreciate. And then one thing that you can improve on, it's kind of just like a remix of what everyone else has said, but like I like feel like I want you to come out of your shell more, because like obviously like when we're together, like I see like you're so funny and like have such a good personality, but like maybe in future like presentations, like I just want you to like show that more, because like you do like have that in you.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Thank you guys.
Best team ever.
Yep. Profits,
Round
baby.
of profits.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rashawn.